I am joined by Stéphanie Versin, Senior
Good
Vice.
morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good. You are the Senior Vice President of Marketing at Sightline Hospitality, and you're coming to us from San Francisco, California, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Good. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. So how you been? How you been the past
You
9
know,
months?
I have to say 2020, as everybody, has been a difficult year. At the same time, I would say that it's been an amazing year in, facing great challenges. I think the hospitality industry is one of the industries that is very agile and adapt. And as a hotel management company, we had to adapt very quickly. And I think as human beings, we had to adapt very quickly to survive this pandemic. And to me, this is the silver lining of this 2020 years is the fact that we kept being, positive. We had hope, and we adapted. We embraced and innovated technologies to really survive and actually thrive even during that difficult year. So it's to me, it was an amazing learning experience. It was very nice to see that even in the midst of it, in these chaotic moments of it, we stayed together and we created innovative solutions for basically making sure that we could still welcome travelers once the shelter in place was lifted. So it was a beautiful year to see how people really came together and stayed together to make it happen.
Yes. So tell us about Sightline. What's your portfolio look like?
Sure. So Sightline Hospitality was created in 2019 from the merger of Kokua Hospitality and Filament Hospitality. Those two hotel management companies created Sightline Hospitality, and our portfolio goes from Greenport, Long Island to Waikiki, Hawaii, and we manage really a variety of unique assets from branded assets to soft branded hotels to big box independent to boutique hotels independent. So we have a variety, and we also manage restaurants and spas.
So that's pretty diverse. Tell us a little bit about
Yes.
that, managing those different types of hotels. Let's focus on the hotels.
Yes, so we have our executive team comes from big brands. Like I personally come from Hyatt and Kimpton, but we also are adapting anything and everything we have learned from big brands to smaller hotels and independent hotels. So we really provide them with the support in sales, marketing, revenue management as well, and finance. And we adapt. We develop really curated programming on site. We are really strong in experiential traveling. So when you stay at our hotels, you are really immersed in the local community you are visiting. And we used to have, of course, with COVID, it has been a little bit altered, but we have a very immersive activation on site, programming on site on a weekly basis. We also have events that involve the local community. And during the COVID, we kind of turned it into a virtual exercise due to the fact that people were sheltered in place. We had some virtual cocktail classes organized with our bartenders. We had cooking classes organized with our chef. We tried to animate still our hotels, even though we were closed and just on a virtual basically. So really that's the core of our brand and identity, is to really immerse our guests into their local community that they are visiting.
So are all your hotels open now?
Yes, I'm happy to say that the last one we opened December 1st. It was the Queen Capellani in Waikiki. They just opened this week. So that's a very, very, we are full cycle reopened, and this is a a very positive aspect of the end of this year. We, of course, had to close most of our hotels during the pandemic. Some of them stayed open for essential business travelers, but most of them were closed indeed.
So what kind of tell us about some of the activities and tactics you're using to promote these hotels going into the holidays and then even in Q1, right?
Yeah, so we really had to listen to our guests and our new guests and the new trend, which is 2020 was the road trip year for a lot of people. For people who could actually work remotely, a lot of them took their car and drove even further than we were expected they would over the summer, over the fall as well. So we had to evolve our offering from doing long stays at our hotels to schoolcation, turning our meeting rooms into classrooms, to accommodating working remotely, so making sure that we were providing more spacious accommodations, rooms with printers, with desk area, and so trying to really put together turnkey packages for hotels to accommodate this new trend, which is people were on the road in a midweek because they could work remotely. So we needed to make sure we had great packagings and offering for the various new trends that we were noticing in 2020. And this will, of course, continue in 2021. I think people have now taken the habit to be able to work remotely. And when everything is at your, we organize happy hours for people that are also on the road. We have special desk available for them to rent or to access. Printer are accessible as well at our hotel. So trying to really make it comfortable for someone on the road to work from our hotel during the day. And
you're leveraging email and social channels and the website. Everything.
Oh yes, we are mainly marketing nowadays is digital, so everything goes through social media, through our website, through also our email communications to our guests, making sure they know exactly what's going on property before they arrive and during their stay as well. We use texting capabilities to make sure that everything is in control, that there is nothing wrong going on, and we are really in touch with digitally in touch with our customers more now than before even.
Yeah. Is there anything that has stuck out like in the past maybe 2 or 3 months as activity got a little increased?
Yes, the fact that we were not expecting our summer business to be even stronger than last year. We really saw an uptick in demand over the summer to leisure destinations. We have a lot of hotels in leisure destinations where there's a lot of nature and space. So people were very, very looking forward to travel, but travel safe, travel where there's a lot of nature and natural social distancing, basically. So we saw a huge uptick here, as well as actually it continues in the fall. Usually, kids go back to school and we enter the slower season after September Labor Day weekend, which we didn't see this year either, because again, people were on the road with their kids this year. Kids didn't come back to school. So that was one of the most surprise of 2020 is to see that our summers were actually busier than ever in certain destinations, in leisure destinations, and the fall was remaining fairly strong. Of course, now we are entering a slower season, which is Q4, which is always a slower season. And with the pandemic being a little as it is nowadays, we are seeing a slower season for sure. Yeah. So that was the positive outcome of 2020 for me.
Well, I want to thank you for joining me, Stephanie.
Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate my time with you.
Oh, you bet. Thanks for sharing. Bye.
Take care. Bye.